Twitch is going downhill at a rapid rate, especially after this new update they just posted today. It says, updating our approach to sexual content and content classification labels. Now, this update didn't come out of nowhere. The reason why this happened is there was this chick. Now, this chick is pretty much the catalyst to this update, and I'll show you this very short clip and you'll understand why.
So, like, anxious today. You know what I mean? Titan, thank you for the tier 3. Thank you. I just want to relax today, so I don't really have any, like, sub goals or anything like that.
So basically, every time she got a super chat, she would jiggle her melons, and that's what it was. She was fully naked, but you didn't see the nipples. You saw pretty much everything else but the nipples. Now, Twitch let it slide, and of course, there was some concern on the internet, and eventually they banned her. But now, after banning her, it looks like they're doing a complete 180 in this new update. Now, there are some positive notes to this update, but I think the new stuff that they're allowing is going to completely change the platform into a OnlyFans competitor. It's about to be fucking disgusting on there. And now everything is open to interpretation. If you're the kind of person that watches these Twitch skanks, you know, I don't have anything against you, not a problem with that. It's just that personally, I don't think that it's good for the women long term. Like, yeah, they're making a lot of money now, but what's going to happen when they hit 40? Instead of trying to improve their content by being funnier, more entertaining, they're just becoming skankier. So I don't think this is good for anybody long term. Now, first, let's talk about the positive side. So they said content recommendations for the homepage. We also recognize that not all members of the community want to see certain content, even if it is properly labeled with a content classification label. When a CCL is applied, viewers must provide explicit consent before they start watching the stream. However, if labeled streams are shown on Twitch homepage, viewers may still see content in stream thumbnails that makes them uncomfortable. We want to make sure the homepage, which is often the first page that viewers land on, is more aligned with viewer expectations. To address this, we're updating the criteria used for homepage recommendations. Streams that are labeled as including drugs, intoxication, or excessive tobacco use, violent and graphic depictions, gambling, and or sexual themes will no longer be included in the homepage recommendation shelves due to the visual nature of these topics. So that is a net positive. They're trying to make sure to avoid to push sexuality, gambling, and so on onto unsuspecting viewers that are just there to watch video games, which is the main reason why we're supposed to be here, right? Like, Twitch is a streaming service for gamers. At least that's what it used to be. Now it looks like it's trying to be a watered down version of OnlyFans, but we'll talk about that later. Let's look a little bit deeper into the update. So this is an FAQ. What is changing with this new update? Some types of content that were prohibited will now be allowed on Twitch if appropriately labeled. These changes include previously prohibited but now allowed with label. Content that deliberately highlighted breasts, buttocks, or pelvic region, even when fully clothed. Streamers found it difficult to determine what was prohibited and what was allowed, and often evaluating whether or not a stream violated this portion of the policy was subjective. In addition, the former sexually suggestive content policy was out of line with industry standards and resulted in female presenting streamers being disproportionately penalized. Now, it also says erotic dances that involve disrobing or disrobing gestures such as strip teases. Now, I understand that a lot of men out there will have the same reaction as Asmongold did, which is a streamer that I really like, and this was his reaction.
Previously prohibited, but now allowed with label. Erotic dances that involve disrobing or disrobing gestures such as holy shit! Popular dances such as twerking, grinding, and pole dancing are now allowed without a label! Alright!
Just look at the expression on his face. He is a happy camper. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. Honestly, that's my personal opinion. I don't think that Twitch becoming an OnlyFans Lite is a good thing. There is a time and a place for everything, and I don't think that a video game streaming company should become OnlyFans Lite. But at the end of the day, Twitch is a business and they have to do what's good for them. And that's because they're losing the race. I mean, Twitch used to be extremely popular, but YouTube and all these other streaming platforms are doing so much better now that Twitch is becoming less and less relevant, and that's why they have to relax their policies to allow more skanks to go in there and provide the content for the Sims. Now, let's talk about the Sims for just a moment, because without the audience, without the idiots that are willing to pay for this, there is no skank that will do this type of content. And I think the Sims are just as responsible as the skanks for this whole environment that is being created here. It's like in their twisted mind, they see a pretty girl on the internet, they're sending her money, and they're having this kind of relationship in their mind that is totally one-sided. They're the only ones sending money. The girl probably doesn't even know who the hell they are, and they just get financially drained by sending super chats or whatever it is on Twitch. Now, in their mind, they're getting closer to the woman, but at the end of the day, it's really a one-sided relationship. These guys are so desperate that they're willing to throw their wallets away at women who don't even know they exist, which is crazy. To them, they're just a number. They're just a name on a screen. That's all it is. And at the end of the day, I understand that women with some morals that are a little bit lacking are willing to sell their bodies for money. But it's not a long-term plan. Like I said earlier in the video, what happens when you hit 40, when you hit 45? You better have saved up enough money, because that is not going to work anymore. The Sims will have moved on to younger women that are prettier and that are the new thing on the block, and that's just not going to work. It's not a long-term career. And I know some people might be offended by me calling the Twitch hoes and the OnlyFans workers skanks, because that's pretty much what they are. But it is what it is. I made this channel to be able to speak my mind, and if some people want to unsubscribe because I call this for what it is, which is skank behavior, then I guess, unsubscribe, because I do not encourage any of this crap. I mean, for women to decide to sell their body, whether it is online or in person, it's like they've pretty much given up on life. It's also extremely lazy. It's people that don't want to do real work, find a real job, or in the case of content creators, just become a better content creator, and then they're choosing to sell their body. It's a very lazy way of doing life, cutting corners, and unfortunately, it is extremely financially worthwhile temporarily because of all the dumb Sims. If it wasn't for the Sims, none of this would have happened. So I think both are to blame, and Twitch is to blame, obviously, because now it's about to become a cesspool in there. Basically, with this update, Twitch has just announced that they are becoming a softcore adult material website where you're allowed to buy striptease from your favorite content creators. To be honest, it's a very bad direction in my opinion. But let me know what you think about this. If I offended you, I'm not sorry. Honestly, I'm going to speak my mind, and I don't encourage none of this skank behavior. And if you're offended by the word skank behavior, it truly is what it is. Just accept it, own up to it, don't pretend that it's anything else, because that's exactly what it is. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I can't wait to see your comments in the comment section. I know it is a polarizing topic. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.